Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're exploring a really crucial area where technology is just completely shaking up finance. We're talking artificial intelligence and cryptocurrency. We're going to dig into how AI is actually being used in crypto trading right now and, what might be next.
And for this deep dive, we're focusing specifically on one project. It's blockchain-based, called the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, or CFGI. Our sources today are actually excerpts from CFGI, AI, crypto trading, and data solutions.
Yeah.
So our mission really is to figure out what CFGI offers, how its AI trading bot actually works, what they say its performance is, and kind of where it fits in the market picture.
Exactly. And the goal, as always, is to pull out the most important bits from these sources. We want to give you, our listener, a real shortcut to understanding this pretty cutting-edge area of crypto innovation. Right. Let's get into it. So, Crypto Fear and Greed Index, CFGI. It's quite a name. It immediately makes you think of those market sentiment charts, right? But this seems to be more than just an index. Can you unpack its core identity? It's blockchain, AI, trading, data solutions. What problem are they actually trying to solve here?
Well, what's interesting is how they frame it. CFGI puts itself right at that intersection, AI and blockchain. The crypto market, let's be honest, it's volatile. It's an emotional ride for investors. CFGI seems to aim to bring some structure to that chaos. They want to provide solutions for automated trading and maybe even more importantly, deliver refined data to power those trading decisions. Try and take the emotion out, essentially.
Okay, and their main product, the thing they're really pushing, is this AI trading bot called MAEVE. Is that right? At CFGI AEVE. Tell us about MAEVE. What are the key features? What makes it supposedly stand out?
Yeah, MAEVE. It's their in-house developed AI system. Fundamentally, it's an automated crypto trading bot. But the claim is that it's built differently, using exceptionally clean, high-quality data. That seems to be their secret sauce for making trades, trying to get away from just raw, noisy market signals.
Okay, performance. Listeners always want to know the results. What are they reporting?
So the reported numbers are, well, pretty eye-catching. They claim a 91% win rate, and that's supposedly across more than 600 trades. They also mention an average monthly return of roughly 3–4% APR.
Hold on, a 91% win rate. That sounds almost unbelievable in crypto. Do the sources explain what counts as a win, like any profit at all, or something more substantial? And that 3–4% APR figure, is that per month, annualizing much higher? Or is 3–4% the total annual return? That makes a huge difference.
That's a really critical question. And the sources we have don't fully detail the win criteria. Is it a tiny profit or something significant? It's unclear. And you're right about the APRs at 3–4% per month, which would annualize to, something much higher, or is that the actual annual figure? The wording is average monthly return of approximately 3–4% APR, which could imply the latter, but it's ambiguous. Needs clarification. They're also planning an upgrade, MAEVE 2.0. That's supposed to bring enhanced features, things like customizable tuning for users, which sounds interesting. And crucially, it will add leverage and perpetuals trading capabilities.
Okay, leverage and perpetuals, those are more advanced, higher risk tools, right, for amplifying bets.
Exactly. Leverage lets you trade with more capital than you have, amplifying gains and losses. Perpetuals are futures contracts without an expiry date. Adding these definitely signals MAEVE is moving towards more, let's say, sophisticated trading strategies. And they also mentioned integrating it with a community treasury for buybacks and rewards.
Interesting. Okay, those performance numbers, even with the questions, are attention-grabbing. But like you said, any AI needs good data. And that brings us to CFGI's other big focus, providing refined data. What's the vision there, beyond just feeding their own bot?
Right, and this connects to maybe a bigger strategy. CFGI really emphasizes providing refined data. It seems it's not just for MAEVE. They position themselves as a data creator and infrastructure provider for AI trading in general. So you can imagine them perhaps curating, processing, and maybe even selling these cleaned up data streams.
Ah, so potentially selling data to other institutions or AI systems.
Potentially, yes. If others need reliable crypto market intelligence, CFGI might aim to be the source. It suggests, a much wider ambition than just running one trading bot.
Makes sense. And where does the token, the CFGI token, fit into this picture? What's its purpose?
The token seems pretty central to how you use their stuff. The sources state clearly that the CFGI token is required to access the trading platform. So it's a utility model. Owning the token isn't just speculation. It's supposedly your key to get in and use MAEVE.
Okay, so we've got the tech, the bot, the data angle, the token. How does a project like this, which sounds relatively new, build trust? How do they stand out in a very crowded market? Let's talk about their market position and, importantly, credibility.
Well, currently, the market cap is reported around $10 million, so still relatively small in the grand scheme of crypto. In terms of credibility markers, they highlight being fully doxed. That means the team's identities are public, which is a big deal for trust in crypto. And they've also been verified by an outfit called AssureDefi, which is an external auditor. Adds another layer of validation.
Okay, doxed,
Mm.
audited. And the sources mention something else, something that could really move the needle. Institutional interest. Here's where it gets potentially really interesting. What's the story there? Is it concrete or more talk at this point?
Yeah, that's definitely a major point they highlight. The sources mention reported institutional interest. There's even speculation, and I stress speculation, about a potential partnership with a big name in traditional finance, a TradFi giant. And also whispers about maybe going public eventually.
Wow, okay. A TradFi partnership or going public would be huge for a crypto project.
Absolutely huge. Now, the specifics aren't laid out. It feels more like a strategic goal right now than a done deal. But if it happened, it would be massive validation, wouldn't it? Bridging that gap between old finance and this new crypto world, it definitely suggests they're aiming higher than just being another crypto project.
Definitely something to watch. Now, in crypto, community is always key, right? Especially with something like a trading bot, which maybe lowers the barrier to entry compared to constant screen watching. What's CFGI's community like? How do they keep people engaged?
They seem quite active on that front. The sources mention them hosting 63 weekly spaces. These are usually live audio chats, like AMAs on platforms like Twitter X. So direct, regular interaction. They also did something called a utility airdrop, apparently rewarding content creators and raters and basically people who actively promote the project online. That definitely incentivizes engagement. The team is described as dedicated, focused on community growth, and being transparent.
Okay, active community, ambitious plans. So, wrapping things up, what does this all point towards? Where is CFGI headed next?
Well, the roadmap includes expanding what MAEVE can trade. They mentioned GMDIs. The source says that stands for Global Market Data Indices, so trading broader market benchmarks, not just single cryptos. Also enabling more leverage trading, as we discussed, and even getting into meme coin trading, which is, well, another volatile area. Continued development of MAEVE 2.0 is obviously central, better performance, more user control. And then there's that potential for strategic partnerships and deeper integration with traditional finance. That seems to be the big prize they're aiming for.
Right. So this deep dive has really painted a picture of CFGI. It's this blend of AI for trading, this focus on high-quality data, and a utility token tying it together. A really clear example of how these technologies are merging in the crypto space today.
Absolutely. And it highlights a couple of key trends, I think. First, how AI is being actively used to try and automate and, well, improve trading decisions in crypto. And second, how incredibly important things like data quality and project credibility are becoming, especially for projects that want to attract serious, maybe even institutional attention.
So thinking about all this, it leaves us with a pretty big question for you, the listener, to consider. As these AI-driven trading bots, like MAEVE, get more sophisticated, maybe even start linking up with traditional finance, what does that actually mean for the future? What's the balance going to be between human gut feeling, intuition, and this cold, hard algorithmic efficiency in the financial markets ahead? Something to think about.